Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing Star Wars TIE Fighter by Jody Houser, and let's begin. Well, TIE Fighter was a 5-issue comic miniseries that came out last year, and this was like a tie-in with the book Alphabet Squadron that came out last year, and I remember that, when they were marketing that this comic series would be tied in with the book Alphabet Squadron, and this takes place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, as where the book Alphabet Squadron took place right after the events of Return of the Jedi. Well, this you could say, like, TIE Fighter is pretty much like a prequel to the book Alphabet Squadron, which it pretty much is, and the characters are Tesso Brush, Ganem Kai, Zin Gra, Gila Bribiff, and Lethan Dree, and then you have Eurisha Quell from Alphabet Squadron who makes an appearance. And the story follows a group of pilots in the Empire. Then each issue ends with a flashback, and then, funny enough, in one of the flashbacks, one of the characters' family members mentions that Palpatine doesn't have kids. Well, that pretty much has been changed with The Rise of Skywalker, but if we put it from a story perspective, probably that person didn't know about, that Rey's dad was the son of Palpatine, and as we know in The Rise of Skywalker, that Rey is a Palpatine, and so probably even the writer didn't know at the time that would be true, and probably you can even say from a story perspective that that person didn't know about Palpatine's family, so you could put that into perspective, and so that's that, and it was good to see each perspective of all the characters. I thought that was one of the good things about this comic series, and you get to see the Empire's perspective with all these pilots in the Empire, and then the final issue takes place after the second Death Star exploded, because they mention about the second Death Star blowing up and Palpatine being dead, but as we know now, since The Rise of Skywalker came out, that Palpatine survived somehow the explosion on Endor, and, this was, even though this came out last year in 2019, this came out months before The Rise of Skywalker came out in theaters, and probably when the writer, when these people were making this comic series, they probably, weren't told what was going to happen in The Rise of Skywalker and stuff, so, we would, I'm not sure, because really, Palpatine coming back in the movie was known since the first trailer, and with, when that, and then I said how that character, doesn't, how that character said Palpatine doesn't have kids or something. Well, just like as I said, so, that's pretty much that. I wouldn't go as far as saying they're continuity errors, but probably now in a perspective that, they didn't know this stuff, like the characters, they wouldn't, when they mentioned Palpatine being dead, that, how he survived, after Return of the Jedi, that where he'd be alive during the events of the sequel trilogy and the Palpatine family thing. But sorry for my rambling there, but that's pretty much a thing I had to just address with that stuff. And my thoughts on this comic series, I thought it was a good, solid read, and I'd say definitely give it a shot if you're interested, and if you enjoyed the book Alphabet Squadron, definitely read TIE Fighter. And that's pretty much all I gotta say with this review. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below, And sorry for that one rambling bit about that stuff that I mentioned about Palpatine. And see you guys with another video. Bye.